this diagram assume it's a plasma membrane, and this is inside of the cell, and this part is outside of the cell. The terms we use in biology regarding this inside and outside part of the cell as this would be the intracellular part. Okay, and this is the plasma membrane structure, and outside the cell, extracellular part. Okay, so I'm just pointing out on the slide on the diagram. The extracellular part is this side, outside to plasma membrane, the plain white surface. Then this is the intracellular part of the cell. Now, when you take the intracellular part and extracellular part, both are separated by plasma membrane. So plasma membrane, in other words, acting as a barrier between outside environment of the cell and inside environment of the cell. Kind of barrier, okay, which is acting as a barrier, the plasma membrane. Now, when you take the functional aspect of plasma membrane, the most important nature of plasma membrane is its selective permeability. So, the significant role, what the significant role plasma membrane plays in a cell is it acts as selective permeable membrane. Now, what does mean by selective permeability? That we'll discuss as a functional aspect. Okay. Now, give me a second. I'll share the slide. Okay. Now, what I'm talking is this. Assume that this is a cell, and here this part is intracellular. Intracellular. Okay. So here intra is inside the cell, and this is the plasma membrane. Okay, the double layer plasma membrane. And outside the plasma membrane, this outside environment, outside the cell we call, it is extracellular. So this is outside environment and this is inside environment. Between these two environments of the cell, you'll find a plasma membrane. Now, how plasma membrane is acting as selectively permeable in nature? Selectivity is nothing but choosing what material has to come inside the cell and what material has to move outside the cell. This inflow and outflow of materials will be determined by the plasma membrane. Now, when you take the plasma membrane structure, we discussed the plasma membrane structural aspect. You'll be having lipid in the form of, Bhumika, can you say in the form of which layer? How many layers you'll have the lipid? Yes, Bhumika? Arno, can you guess by seeing the diagram which I presented on the slide? How many layers of lipids are there? See, here this is one layer of lipid. Yes, yes, absolutely. Yes, Bhumika. So we'll be having bilayer of phospholipids. Very good. Okay, so we'll be having a bilayer of phospholipid. So when you take the phospholipid bilayer, the phospholipid bilayer will be having some protein structures also. The orange color ones are the protein structures. Okay, some proteins are there which will help in the transmission of substances outside and inside cell. Now here, there is a discrimination of various molecules, how they are coming and going out. See, they have used different molecules here in the diagram. Charged molecules and ions. One concept. Then water molecules. Then non-charged molecules. Then macromolecules. All these are different materials. The materials which tries to come inside the cell. Now what happens? The charged molecules are not allowed to move freely into the cell. It requires some process. We'll see what it requires in the next slide. Now when you take water molecule, the water will flow freely without any requirements. Just like that, the water can flow freely through protein layer. So that's the orange one is the protein molecule, which helps in flow of water molecule from outside to inside. So this protein molecule which is helping in movement of water from outside to inside cell is called aquaporin. Aquaporin is a protein which acts as a channel. Now usually this is a common word we use, which acts as a channel for movement of water into the cell and outside the cell. Both are possible through this aquaporin protein channel. So water molecules move in that way. But charged molecules like ions and all, they cannot move like that freely through any channel like water molecule. It requires some other mechanism. We'll see later. Then the non-charged molecules. The non-charged molecules are also free to move through the plasma membrane, but they doesn't require any protein. So when you take the non-charged molecule, no protein channel is required for them. They can move through the phospholipid layer. You can see through the diagram. See the charged molecules, the purple one, they move through the lipid layer. They doesn't need any carrier molecule like the water. And when you take macromolecules, they are not allowed to move into the cell. Okay, so here there is a selection. There is a choice for the cell which molecules will come in and how they will come in. Okay, here if you take the polar molecule or the charged molecules are not allowed freely. Okay, then the large molecule, they cannot cross, they do not cross the lipid bilayer. So this particular character of plasma membrane which selects or chooses the materials to come in is known as selective permeability of plasma membrane. So that's the significance. What does it mean by significance? Importance. Okay, significance of plasma membrane in a cell. The first foremost important point is selective permeable nature. The membrane allows only some things while keeping other substances out. Okay, this is about the selective permeable nature. So in the selective permeable nature, we can understand some protein channels are needed like this for movement of water molecules. Such protein channels are called aquaporins. And for charged molecules and macromolecules, they need some other mechanism. They're not easily transportable into the cell. This is all about the first functional aspect of plasma membrane. Now you got the structural aspect now about plasma membrane.
Yes, ma'am.
So here when we talk about the plasma membrane, it carries out various other functions also along with selective permeable nature. But the most important point is the selective permeable nature. Okay. Shall we move on to next slide? Are there any doubts regarding aquaporin? The word aquaporin stands for aqua. Aqua stands for what? Aqua stands for what? Aqueous solution. You read in chemistry. What does mean by aqueous solution?
Water.
Yeah, obviously water. So here aqua stands for water and porin. Porin is nothing but the pore channels. Pores are channels. Okay. So aquaporins are the proteins through which the water moves into the cell. Okay, that's about the terminology of aquaporin. Clear? Then, after the cell